What is good, y'all? SUG Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Detroit Tigers rebuild video, man. Before we get into it, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Jumping into the video, man, help the channel grow out. Let's reach that road to 1K and let's keep it pushing. Now, today, we're jumping back into the series, man. As you guys can see, we are down 1-0 after taking a heartbreaking, unexpected, but pretty beastly and feastly loss in game number 1. Tariq Ball having one of his worst starts of the season, and of course, it would come in the postseason to put us down 1. Looking at the rest of the bracket, though, you see Toronto is also down 1-0. The Padres is the 1 seed, are down 2-0 to the Giants, and then the Mets and Braves are tied at 1-1. So the playoff tree is shaking out to be pretty interesting. It looks like a lot of upsets are going on. You know, it's not like the top 2 seeds are just, taking care of business. Even worse than we are, the Padres looking like they might actually get swept as the 1 seed. So that would be probably the biggest upset that we would see, especially coming from a 5 seed like the Giants. But we're not focusing on them today because we have our own job and our own work to take care of. We can focus on that if we handle business today. We got games 2 and 3 on tap for you guys, man. So we could either be taking control of this series 2-1, losing control of it 1-2, or getting swept. And we could be the team going 0-3. So we'll start out here today with a simple game 2 vibe, trying to see if we can go ahead and put the team back to where we were at, with another start this time from Matt Manning. He finished out the season so good for us. I really liked what he did. I put him up at the 2nd spot just because he had a better season. I feel like at least a more consistent season than Luis Severino. So he's going to pitch for us today to try to give us at least a home win for us to go on the road and be able to try to steal one there from them too as well, or even win the series if we're able to go ahead and get these 2 here today. So we'll just jump straight into the action here today. You know how we do, highlight styles to get through it. Matt Manning, 32 starts, 14-7 record, a 3.16 ERA. Let me know down below right now, a little bit early. Drop your score predictions before the game gets started. What do you think is going to happen today? Do you think Matt Manning goes in strong? Do you think the offense is finally going to click together and score some runs? Because it's been a minute since we've seen a big scoring output. Facing off against his Houston Astros lineup yet again. Jose Altuve leading off with a 1.54 average. So, I mean, they're not seeing much leadoff success like we are either. Morris Jones has struggled to game 1. Hopefully he's a little bit better here for game 2, as he kind of finished off the season kind of sluggish too, with that average dropping just so ever slightly. 1-1 count here, though, as we're going to go up into the first at bat of the day, as Altuve looks to lead off these strolls with a good at bat here. He's at least working the count, making a lot of pitches be seen to start off with, get everybody else an eye for what's going to be going down today, what kind of strike zone it's looking like, where you might want to swing at, where you can probably take at and be given a call. Saw the first time around through is looking like, experimenting, seeing what you can get away with, what you can't get away with, what kind of umpire you got here today. And so far he's calling good pitches. 0-2. Pop this one up. Jones going to rein in. Ooh. I thought, honestly, he might have ran past the ball for a second, reached up and snagged it out the air, though. Jordan Alvarez will be up next. Inside pitches looking like they might be called pretty good. That was right on the black, so I think that's the correct call there. Anyway, swinging and missing through that slider there. It's a quick 0-2 to him. Okay, go ahead and get the man down on strikes already. Lined, I should say, right to Keith Clemens. Gloving that one at second base. Thankfully for the shift that time. And I'll put us up with Hunter Brown, 32 starts, 8-12 record, 4.03 ERA. And now we're going to look to go ahead and basically put up some offense against him. He looks like he struggled throughout the season. 1.36 whip, though, not as high as you would expect with a 4 ERA. But Morris Jones, of course, he's only had 1 postseason game, so seeing zeros across the board isn't as dramatic. Like, if we were the Astros standpoint where they've played now 3 games going on to the 4th, and he has zeros, then I'd be a little concerned. Then we might need to look for a new leadoff hitter. But just 1 game into it, there's plenty of time to go ahead and get that average back up. He has a good game today, which at least isn't starting off that way right now. That's a line drive out to the outfield that will be gloved in. Shallow left field there for the first out. He's in the hitter's count too, so that sucks. But Akil Baddoo up next sees the first pitch and lines it right over the third base umpire's head. He'll come back 0-1. Get another knuckle curve, this time right over the middle. It goes up the middle for a base hit, so we will go ahead and take that as a leadoff hitter. Akil Baddoo at least showing that he still got his average. He's sitting very well this postseason through that 1 game. Guerrero off a 1-for-4 day, gets a quick 3-2 count here. As you know, you're not really trying to pitch him too strong if you don't have to, but that's a sneaky front door slider able to just get it right by him for the strikeout. And then Fernando Gonzalez Rookie of the Year candidate. You know we're going to say it as long as it's true. 1 for 4 day yesterday. Gets a 2-2 count here today, and it gets called on the low black. Looks like my dude is calling them pitches that are close. So that's how you got to know for the rest of the game. Anything that looks close like that, at least with 2 strikes, you might want to go ahead and swing at it. That's a perfectly timed up four-seamer. Hits it right into between shortstop and third base for a base hit to lead off the bottom of the second. And now maybe we can finally start to see a little bit of offense with a leadoff guy on early, as this one is popped out into foul territory. The dive! And I don't know how he didn't break his neck, but he dove into the bleachers, the front wall railing, and caught the ball. Come on, physics. That should not be possible. That is a broken neck injury. Nobody's making that dive right there. Not even, like, maybe a slide. Maybe if you like baseball slid into it, but no. That is a broken neck. Just like that is a broken swing, as he has to go sit down for strikeout, out number 2. Balled up by Torkelson, getting this base hit into the outfield, though. So now we will have at least first and second. Harry Ford with a great opportunity to be clutch. Over top of the splitter for the 1-2. Pops up a splitter right over the middle of the plate, too. Those splitters are hard to hit, though. They move at such a downward angle, have such different speed and spin on it. Even when it's right down the middle, I can definitely see how this results in a pop-up. It is a very good pitch to learn and know how to do. This is a jump throw from Clemens. Not going to be in time. Would have been very impressive, very Derek Jeter-esque, but didn't have the Derek Jeter arm. As we have their leadoff base runner trying to do exactly what we did here in the top of the 4th. As Gonzalez now checks his swing. They're going to go down to him, and they say he went all the way around. Out number 1 for the strikeout. We'll keep it moving. Yordan Alvarez is up next. 3-1. Let's go ahead and walk him. No need to throw anything right over the plate. Then O'Neal Cruz gets him to chop one on the ground. It should be an easy double play. 99 speed, though, is a lie. And we got him just barely. Whew. 99 speed is crazy. And especially not to have as the leadoff hitter. That is wild. He'd definitely be my lead, even if he had power. That just means I'm going to get a lot of leadoff home runs, like, you know, guys like Jimmy Rollins, Ricky Weeks back in the day. Like, give me a lot of leadoff home runs. I'll take those. Especially with that speed, though. Got to have 99 speed at the top of the lineup. Now we're staying here with our pitching, though, as Matt Manning's had a great start so far. We're going into his 5th inning of work, 60 pitches, so not too much work. But he's kept these boys off the board while we're waiting to score on our end. This one gets chopped on the ground to Clemens for an easy, weak grounder. Throw over to first base, got him. And Alex Bregman will go sit down, and it's up to Reese Hoskins now with 2 outs. First pitch he sees. Ooh. I don't know how you hold up your swing coming all the way out the batter's box. I still don't get that one, but home plate umpire is going to say he didn't go around. Ball don't lie, though. This one goes directly to Green's glove in the gap. Thankful for the shift that time, and we'll go ahead and stick with Matt Manning again. No offense on our end, and just like no offense on their end. So when it comes down to showing whose highlights is whose, we're going to stay with the pitching then. That's an easy clutch strikeout, followed by a grounder over to Torres. The spin throw to first. Got him. Now they're back up to the top of their lineup here for the 3rd time today. 78 pitches through, so Matt Manning is starting to get tired. I was at least trying to get him the dub here today, or at least give me 6 innings. Give me a quality start at the very least. Don't want to stress my bullpen out too bad, especially here in the postseason. And now we're going to finally go back to our bats. Akil Baddoo, who is 1 for 2 on the day with the base hit. Looking to get a starter here with 1 out already. They've gone to their bullpen for Hunter Brown to come in. That's a great knuckle curve, low and away. 3 for 7 and an RBI against Brown in his career, though. Akil looking to keep that average going, and that's going to be the bat flip of the century. That is a long drive way out of here in Comerica Park. Solo shot, Akil Baddoo. First home run this postseason, 396 feet up out of here. As that solo home run puts the Detroit Tigers on the lead, 1-0. He had a great breaking pitch to start off. That second one, though, way too much of the plate. And Akil, not even really known for his power like that. The average is up there, and he can hit homers. Just crushed it. And he knew it right off the bat, too. You can tell by the crack of the bat, the sound it made, that one was not coming back. And now we'll go Vladimir Guerrero. He's been held, hitless here today, 0 for 2. So they've kind of, pitched him pretty carefully. You see that one's not anywhere close to the strike zone. Neither is that one. 0-2. Do you try to put something over? You probably should have just kept pitching carefully. This one's probably going out way farther. Back-to-back jacks. I'm surprised this is the first time that I've done that only, what, 1 or 2 more feet farther. But those no doubters are no doubters regardless. 2-run lead for the Detroit Tigers. Guerrero's first home run this postseason. I'm surprised it took this long, and he don't already have 5 of them after the great season he had. I just don't understand the logic there. You were pitching him away, making it to where it wasn't close, and then try to sneak a fastball by him. But this is the wrong man to try to just sneak around, just sneak and geek. As that one cleared the bullpen. And just like that, we have that 2-run lead for Matt Manning. We're going to let him try to pitch this 7th inning. He's getting to the point where he's getting tired. But if he can give us just 1 more inning, we'll go set up man 8th, closer 9th, get up out of here with a 1-1 series tie going into game 3. Now, before we can do that, though, we have to face 2, 3, and 4. If we can get them down in order, that'd be great, setting us up with very easy at-bats for the rest of the game. But that's going to be past third base there. That's a weird little animation there to get the ball, but gloves it barehanded, basically, throws it in. And Luis Gonzalez is at first base with a leadoff base hit. And with that, I'm just going to go ahead and pull him. We had Jordan Hicks ready to go. He can go ahead and give me this rest of the 7th inning, 8th inning. And if we balloon the lead enough and don't need a save, he can get the 9th inning for me. See, 50 games this season, 115 innings pitched. He really was a great long reliever. ERA 3.5, WHIP 1.3. And he's going to face off against Yordan Alvarez. Not an easy task to just jump straight into. Trying to get those sinkers low to get that ground ball, but he does at least get a liner right to Badu for the easy out. Now it'll bring up O'Neal Cruz next. First pitch he sees. Still trying to get that sinker on the ground. We still want this ground into double play. Nice and easy and get us out of here. But this is going to be a line drive that'll get down into the corner, bump up against the wall, so Green's going to have to play it. The runner is not going to hold at third base. He's going to come to the plate. Throw's going to come in, and he gets him at the plate. The Astros trying to be a little bit too aggressive. If had anybody with maybe like 75 plus speed, he might have been able to slide in there safely, but we're able to just barely get him, and then the lineup right after it keeps him from scoring a run. It could have been, that could have been the second out, and they could have still had second and third, but they decided to be risky, and it did not pan out. So we keep our 2-0 lead, and Adbert Alozela. Y'all got to start putting down below in the comment section, too. If I'm saying these names right or if I'm not, put them pronunciations down below. Let me know how to say some of you guys' favorite players right. Matter of fact, while we're talking about it, down below, I want you guys to go ahead and comment your favorite team, too, as well. If you're watching this point, comment your favorite MLB team if you have one. If you guys didn't know, and I will go ahead and share it, too, despite we're not using them today. My favorite team is the New York Yankees when it comes to baseball, so share you guys' favorite teams down below, and we'll go ahead and interact to see, what fan bases we have watching the channel, how many Detroit Tigers fans we have watching these videos. Now, so we'll go ahead and jump right back into the gameplay. Those we had that brief intermission, not too much going on. 2 flyouts and a hit by pitch later. Harry Ford is getting a base hit into the outfield, making it first and second with 2 outs yet again. This is another run scoring opportunity for the top of the lineup. And Morris Jones still has yet to have a hit this postseason. He is 0 for 7. Make it 1 for 8. As that's going to be a base hit that gets down, but we're not going to test the throw. That was a pretty good one. Probably would have got tagged out with ease. At least give that man a kill by do. 2 for 3 on the day with that solo home run earlier. 4 for 6 so far this postseason. And I would love one more hit here, especially with the bases loaded, a lot of speed. If this touches the gap, it's clearing with ease. And he gets a sinker right near the chest level. Unfortunately, even timed up well. It goes right to center field. If that one had dropped in front of him, landed a little bit next to him, that would have cleared the whole base pass and really knocked this one out of the park for us. But unfortunately, it's still going to be a tight game. Tying run is still going to be coming to the plate ever so often, as this is going to be a liner out to the outfield. Badu's ranging back and reaches up with his glove to grab it. Easy play there. 1 out for the inning. But there is that runner at first base, Kyle Riley. 0 for 2 on the day. Has a full count of work here. We'll just watch the sinker low at the ankles and go ahead and take his way on. And now the go-ahead run is at the plate, and the tying run is at first, and they're going to bring in Jeremy Pena to pitch run at second base. They want to at least try to get 1 run here in case this is a slow roller up the middle, slow roller in between second or third base. We'll have to see what happens here, though, with Pete lining this one. This is one that's going to get down in front of Jones. This is why you make the pitch running decisions. That'll be an easy run. It's going to go ahead and come into the plate. We try to throw it in. Not even going to be close. He gets in there standing up. So it's now 1-2. Cuts the lead in half. We still only have 1 out here. This is a liner that gets past Guerrero. Uh-oh. Inning is starting to come unraveled. Bases juiced. 1 out. Luis Gonzalez chops a slider on the ground. We're trying to go to end this inning. 1-2. Fouls this one off. Running right back. Swings and misses through the four-seamer upstairs. He's hating himself for it, but now it's not over yet. Still, though, the ground ball would have been better because now we have to face Yordan Alvarez. With the bases juiced, nowhere to put him. We got to pitch to him. 2-1. Four-seamer. Chest high. Torkelson goes in and gloves it. Speed race to the bag, and he beats him out. That'll be the final out of the inning, and we're able to just go ahead and give things to our closer, who saved 40 games for us this season, only blew 6. ERA stayed below 4. And now I just need him to go ahead and close this thing out against 4, 5, and 6, as we are 3 outs away from tying this ALDS up. And that's going to be a long fly ball deep back going towards the track. I've never brought one back, but never say never, as we go ahead and bring the ball back into the yard. Riley Green tracks it down. I have never been able to time this one right ever since like MLB like 16, 18. Like it's progressively gotten harder. This one of all times when I needed to glove one and bring it back the most. We went ahead and robbed the solo home run that could have tied the game, and we are not able to capitalize on your goods. You already know the bad start coming. So Guerrero Jr. is going to LGJ. We're going to call him LGJ because I'm not even trying to say his first name either. We'll have to come in with a hitter's count, though. 3-1. And if he can get on, he'll represent the tying run as he flies this one up. Jones is going to come in with all that speed and be able to glove it just in time. And now it'll be all up to Jeremy Pena, who did come in for that pinch run situation. He'll stay in the bat. Batting 600 this postseason, so it's not a bad option at all. As he checks his swing there. They're going to say he went around for strike number 1. Watches that slider go over strike number 2. They're down to the final strike here. He checks again. Nah, they're not going to give it to him twice. They don't want the game to end like that. 2-2. Upstairs. Fly ball going deep back into the corner. Can Green get there in time? It'll be into the seats. We'll run it back. Swings through the slider down low. Great play there from the Detroit Tigers. Great play from Jordan Romano. Great, excellent play from Riley Green. My boy is an animal. My boy is a beast. My boy is a legend. And what I got to say other than that, we tied the series up 1-1. You see the guys are excited. The guys are happy. We didn't get swept at home at least. That means game 3 that we're about to show here in a second will not be an elimination game, but it will be deciding over who takes control of this series. And we will be going back to Houston for the next 2. So this is not going to be good if we lose game 3. Give them a chance to eliminate us at home. But also, too, if we're able to win, we got a chance to make their fans really, really quiet at home. So Matt Manning getting the dub here today. Jordan Romano getting the save. Great job by Jordan Hicks getting the hold. We get a 2-1 victory, 8 hits total as a team. So that means a lot of meat was left on the bones. Those you saw there was that opportunity with the bases loaded. We had a lot of times where runners were at first and second that we let blow by. And a lot of things that could have gone better this game. But let's just go ahead and jump straight into the box score so we can go ahead and see how exactly we won this game. You see Badu there, 2 for 4, home run, RBI, and a run. Vladimir Guerrero went 1 for 3 today, but that solo home run ended up being even more clutch than Badu's because that was actually the go-ahead run or the winning run. Badu's was just the one that would have tied it for us. So 3 RBIs for him already this postseason. Like I said, Jordan Hicks, great start here, or great relief work there to get the hold. 4 hits, 1 strikeout each. As not many strikeouts came in this game, only 4 from Matt Manning and then 1 from each of the relievers, but we took care of business. Not a whole lot of offers, and that'll lead us into game number 3. So we're switching things over to Houston, and we will look to keep the good fortunes going from yesterday into today as we go ahead and pause for this national anthem, raise the flags, ride the Jets. It is time for ALDS game number 3. As on the mound for Houston will be Christian Javier. 1 start this season, 1.5 ERA, 6 innings of work. Or not this postseason, I should say, not this season, this postseason. So he's already had his start this postseason. I can't remember if he pitched game 1 or if it was the game 2 that we watched. Cannot remember off the top of my head which one he pitched in, but 6 innings of work is not too bad at all. It seems like the most that we're getting out of any starters at this point. I haven't seen anybody go for a complete game shutout just yet. But Morris Jones, well, not even a complete game shutout, but just a complete game in general. But Morris Jones, we set to lead us off here today. As you saw him get his first base hit, going that 1 for 8 yesterday. Can we get off with a little bit better gameplay today? 1-0 count. Easily here's this one, gets grounded on the ground. Over to third base, he's going to go ahead and knock it down. And it will be a base hit for us to go ahead and lead things off. And next up, we have Akil Baddoo, but you already know with Morris Jones reaching base, what's going to happen next. It's easy stolen base season. So we're going to go ahead and take off there for second and shoot 0-2. Akil, you ain't going to get no strike call right here. We're going to go ahead and take off. That one's low and in the dirt. Easy swipes to third base. I was ready to go and hit it, though, if I needed to. So look at Baddoo, though. 571 this postseason. That's exactly what we need. Somebody doing this. That's going to be a liner that gets down into the corner. That's going to go all the way back. Little stumble up against the wall. There's such an easy run. He probably would have scored from first base on that one, regardless. But we get in with an RBI double there from Baddoo to go ahead and take an early 1-0 lead. And it looks like maybe the offense is in our favor finally. Maybe we're starting to see the ball right, get a couple hits in. Now, Guerrero, we need you to flash that power a little bit. Now, 2-1 here. Go upstairs on the shoulder blade. That's fine. They don't want to pitch to you anyway. Go ahead and walk on down to first base. And we'll have Rookie of the Year go ahead and be clutched in. 1-1. Ooh. Apparently, that's very early. Looks like I'm right on top of that ball, but he missed it somehow. 1-2. Gets froze up on the four-seamer. You got to go heat yourself up, young blood. Go take a seat in the dugout. We'll try to have veteran Gleyber Torres do something. This one's going to get it on the ground, get past second base. And we're going to go ahead and send the runner across it and also send Guerrero over to third base to make it a little bit easier of a base hit to score him. We have a quick 2-0 lead, and Riley Green is up next. Let's try to not let this inning die off. 2-2. Ooh, good timing on it. Just not got the vision to go ahead and get hits off of it. So Keith Clemens, 1-2. He'll try to score the runs across and gets tied up on 2 knuckle curves that probably could have been let go. But it's all right. We give a 2-0 lead to this man, Luis Severino, who is on and off, but 14-14 record, 3.89 ERA, 1.31 whip, 200 innings, 167 strikeouts. So you love that number to go up, especially with the hits being where they're at. But let's just hope we get the good version of Severino today. As we already give him an early lead, we just need him to come in and shut this door against the Astros. Starting off already for him, it's Jose Altuve. He's raised that average up just slightly from the what we see yesterday, like 150, 170 range, up to 230 with the good game that he had yesterday. But starting off today with a strikeout on the slider. And we'll take that Luis Gonzalez 308, despite I don't think he had a good game yesterday. So he must have came in with a very high average going into that one. But here we're looking to shut him down as well. 1-2. Chopped on the ground. Torres will come in, range for it, throw it. Easy plays. 1-2. Jordan Alvarez, you'll be up next. You're the next victim of the four-seamers upstairs as he swings and misses through that one. 0-1. Gets called by the home plate umpire. We're not even going to go look down. Quick 0-2. And watches that one inside on the hands. My boy did not want to take the bat off his shoulders all the way officially. As we go to get the strikeout that we need. And we're going to answer right back with another one. That's 3 already on the day. 3 for 4 batters going down via strikeout. Can we go to get a fourth one here with LGJ? 3-1 count. I mean, I was hoping we got the call there. That's the right call. That is a ball. I was just hoping we got the call there to go ahead and give us a quick little strikeout stretch there. 3 in a row. Alex Bregman, full count as well. Swings and misses through it. I guess you can still say it's 3 in a row outs that have been strikeouts, not 3 in a row batters. But can we make it 4? We can as Hoskins goes down as well. This is a strikeout day today. It only affects pitch count being high, but as long as you're getting outs, I do not care what you are doing. So we're going to go back to our bats here. Top of the third, 1 out. Full count for Gonzalez. And Christian Javier is already at 50 pitches through this point, too. We got that man looking cold as he walks him over to the base pass. Torres. He'll be up next, working a count as well on his own. 2-2. Fouls off yet another one. Let's get my man at 100 pitches before the 5th inning if we can. Fouls this one away. Now we do have speed there. We're choosing not to use it at the moment. We may not have to. It's a full count now to Torres. Green on the on-deck circle. Easy lays. And we're going over to the base. Base pass. My fault. Not the base. I just had to say a quick bar real quick as Riley Green comes up. Ready to crush one onto the dirt. This one's grounded in. Could be a double play ball. Throw back to the pitcher. Covering. Not going to be in time. So fielder's choice there, and we are still have some life here for Keith Clemens. Gets the circle change low, not much to do with it. In on the hands with the slider, swings and misses through it. And we will have to keep our lead 2-0 here, unfortunately, as we look to try to extend it somewhat if we can. Cal Riley flies this one into the gap. Badu's going to come in and play it off a bounce. And now they got a base hit on their side too as well. Things still close here and still early, so still plenty of game left. Do not want to give up anything clutch here. Full, or not full, 3-1 count to Pete. We do not have to be afraid to pitch to him, so we lay it in over the middle. Torres dives over the top of the ball. Maybe dove a little bit too late there. Probably could have had it if we dove a little sooner, but dove over the top of the ball. We put runners at first and second for Altuve. We'll chop this one over to third base. Only play is going to be the first with how slow it is. And now they're in a great position to try to at least bring across one, maybe two, with a good solid hit here by Gonzalez, chopping it on the ground to Torres. Once again, only played at first base. So almost worked in the way of sacrifice bunts. They get their one run across and have a runner at third with 2 outs for Alvarez, who swings through the circle change upstairs to make it a quick 2-2 count. Take it back downstairs, and he goes in and swings over the top. Easy outs there, and we keep at least our lead intact, but it is cut in half, 2-1. Now let's go bottom 4 here. Guerrero making the first pick play of the game. Throwing it over to first base, 40 out. LGJ up next with another full count, and he's going to watch it yet again. Has not been able to swing the bat yet. 2 at-bats, 2 walks. Bregman up after him. Can we get another double play, though? Flies this one. That's definitely in the gap. Jones is not going to have enough speed. He's going to range back to try to cut it off. It'll at least hit up against the wall first, though, as he bumps up against it. And that's going to go ahead and bring a run across as he's going to go ahead and slide. Oh, I should say jog in safely. That throw was way late and tied up the ball game here, 2-2. And now Severino's pitch count is high, too. 71 pitches. He's getting a lot of strikeouts. Like I said, we got to be worried about that. As he's giving up these walks, too, as well to Reese. And then Cal Riley with the 1-2 count at least sets up a double play possibility. But that's going to be a liner into the outfield base hit. Badu's going to come in. No throw to the plate as they're not going to try to test it, which at least gives us a play at any plate for Pete. As he watches that one on the inside hands, great strikeout there. Jose Altuve, now we just need an out of any kind. Chops the slider into foul territory. We're going to go right by it, live or die by that slider, low and away. Flies it. It looks like today we're going to die by it, as Badu's not going to die for it, unfortunately. Having to throw in a pump face, they're able to go ahead and get 2 runs across. If he had went straight to the plate, we might have got him. We'll have to go to our bullpen as Wilmer Flores will go ahead and come in. It is a 4-2 game now, and everything's gone out of proportion. As Luis Severino had it for the first 3, did not have it here in the 4th inning. So we're going to get somebody else different, as he seemed to really be struggling to get this last out. Pitch count was going high. And we're going to go ahead and get the young fella in. He gives up a base hit, or should I say extra base hit into the gap. Jones is going to go play it, but that'll score both the runs in from first and second. It's a 2 RBI double, both runs charged to Luis Severino. So a 6 earned run outing for him, as he did not have his best stuff. And, of course, that last 2 were on Flores. That curveball was not it. And even he's struggling to get out of this innings. That's going to be a walk to get the runner over. O'Neal Cruz is up next. He fouls that one away. Chopped on the ground. Finally gets out of the inning with the changeup away. Gets him to swing and miss, and we are down 4. Now there's still a lot of game left, though. Let's try to keep our heads up. Keep those bats moving. We are getting hits. We are getting guys on. Now we just need to finish out the plays, get the runs across. Akil Baddoo, this is a great way to start it off, as this is going to be off the glove. He picks it up off the forearm, and he's able to throw him out still. How slow are you? That hit off his forearm, and they were still able to go ahead and get that one. But now it'll be up to Vladimir Guerrero to make something happen here. This drive is long. Is this going to be out of the stadium? Now, unfortunately, I wish you could see a better trajectory on the balls. That was 421 feet. You remember the first one, it was only 390. So this one, 420. His second home run this postseason. Second in as many days. Look at him. Shh. We ain't even going to celebrate that. This is business as usual. You know what I do. When I come up to the plate, they make mistakes. I make money. That's how you force that chain around his neck. All them home runs, he be smashing out. Now, couldn't really tell if that one left the yard, but we're going to just, for entertainment purposes, say that went over that giant wall out there. It's in the parking lot. It's in the street. Like, imagine if you are driving past right there as the game's going on and the ball just like either lands right in front of the car or like you have your windows down and it lands in the seat next to you. That would be so wild. Now, of course, it would be bad if it actually hit somebody. I wonder how the situation would break down. But we ain't going to think about it. We're going to hope that it doesn't happen because it hasn't happened yet. Now, jumping back into this action, though, that did at least cut their lead into half. You know, now it's only a 3-run lead, 6-3 game here. As we get Torres with a base hit up the middle. He's hitting pretty good this postseason, which is surprising. He's actually hitting pretty well throughout, giving us a little bit of a spark there. As Gonzalez, you know, he lined out right before, and then you got Riley Green right behind him. Nothing you can do with that two-seamer, my boy. With his 2-strike count, you got to swing at it. So that's just a perfect pitch by the pitcher. Forrest Whitley doing this thing right now, keeping this lineup at bay. And Akil Baddoo his liner into the outfield, right into the glove of the right fielder on his way back, though. And up again goes Guerrero. First pitch he sees. Ooh, that two-seamer was kind of nice. He timed it up well. Just hit it right into the dirt at that negative 11-degree hit angle, exit angle. Now, Fernando Gonzalez. He gets one about chest high. This one's going to go towards the gap and it'll get down. But great cutoff there. Great speed in center field. At least make sure it's a single, not a double or triple. As now bring Torres in a spot where he has to probably put one in the gap to score him across. Gets a curveball right here up the middle. See, if that was a double earlier, that probably would have been a run to make it 6-4. But because he held it to a single, runners at first and second. You get Riley Green up, who's 0-for-3 on the day. Hasn't hit good in the postseason. Hasn't hit good in the regular season. Hasn't done anything since last season. And he hits this ball deep back into right field. And that one goes right into the glove of the right fielder. Middle of the way. Didn't even have to range that far. Let's go ahead and quickly jump back into Wilmer Flores, as he's done good with his relief work here so far. One out already in the inning to Yordan Alvarez, and he takes the ball. This one's almost similar to where it was last time. Can Green do it twice? Woo. He might have. He just was a little bit to the left, it looked like. Or maybe that would have been a little bit ranged farther back. But Alvarez hits his second home run of this postseason and puts the lead right back to where it was. A 4-run lead for the Astros. 7-3, took him that one out of the park. And Flores, we're just going to go ahead and try to leave him in. I mean, the game's already out of hand as it is. No need to race my bullpen, especially if he can go ahead and bounce back from it. So 1-2 here to Cruz. Chops this one on the ground. He'll just range up, grab it himself. Throw another fastball over to first base. We'll go over to LGJ next. Watching that cutter in on the hands. And I do like Flores as a pitcher. He's actually pitching pretty well. I mean, his overall is up there too. Could be competing for a long reliever spot next season, maybe. Maybe even let Jordan Hicks just go back to middle relief work to where he doesn't have to eat up too many innings if I don't want him to. Or, you know, if I don't want to sign back Luis Severino, for example. Maybe Jackson Joe will work his way into the starting rotation. Maybe Flores can be a long reliever or vice versa. But he pitched pretty well in this game. Obviously, going to give him that solo home run, but he pitched, I think, 3 innings of work and did really well. Now it's going to be about our offense, though. We got only 6 outs left to try to make something happen. As Keith Clemens will come in first. Chopping this one on the ground, getting past the third baseman who dove for it and missed. This will be an easy base hit. Let's go ahead and see if we can try to stretch it for 2. He's got some speed sliding in. Not in time. Try to get a little too greedy there to see if we can sneak into second base. Unfortunately, it did not work. And then Spencer Torkelson right after him gets an evened up 2-2 count. He hasn't had a hit all day today either. Gets into a full count here, so you might as well, just walk him. No need to leave something over the plate like that, as that's going to be a base hit. It actually gets down towards the gap. If we had just left Keith Clemens on first base, that probably would have been a run too. And we probably would have at least been at a 7-4 game. But because we got too aggressive, see, when you get too aggressive, sometimes it comes back to bite you. Sometimes it plays a key factor. And that's going to be a ball that gets down. I wish he had moved over to third base. We're back into a very similar situation that we've honestly seen a lot this series in general. First and second, and 1 out. And it's been up to the next 2 to kind of be clutch, and they haven't done it yet. But this time we got Jones, who's having a good day, 2-for-4, but strikes out that time. And then Akil Baddoo was a little cold today. He was 1-for-4. Gets a 12-6 up by the chest to even up the count, 2-2. Throws on the 4-seamer over the inside part. That was a great pitch, honestly. Good job by him there. Nothing you can really do with that one, honestly, unless you turned on and really need more power than Akil has to really kind of hit that one effectively. So they get out of the scoring opportunity that time around. And now they got to face off against 3, 4, and 5, which is normally what you would want as the batting team, but not when, Guerrero really is kind of the only source of power. I mean, 20 home runs is cool, but I wouldn't think of Gonzalez as a power hitter like I do Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now, he does get a base hit here to lead things off, though. And then Fernando Gonzalez can't hit doubles and triples. So I'll take that here. As you see, Adbert coming back in for them. Did a good job holding us off yesterday, so they're going to look to see if he closes out today. Gets Fernando to pop out on that, forcing him up near the chest. He probably could have just took it, look for a better pitch. And now it'll be up to Gleyber Torres, who is 3 for 3 today. Talk about hitting well. And gets a call there too. When you hit well, you get the calls from the umps. You love it. 3-2. Swings and misses at the slider away though. We were having a tough time hitting that slider away, just like I be throwing it. So it's clear why it's a hard pitch to hit. This one's a chopper over the short. Could this in the ball game? It will. Riley Green once again being unclutched, being a terrible hitter. I need him to pick it up if we go win this series. But we'll be coming back into Houston, down 2-1. We Severino, 3 2/3, 5 hits, 6 earned, 7 strikeouts, but 3 walks as well. And this was an all-bad game for us. We had the lead there early, wasn't able to capitalize. 13 hits as a team, and we were not able to produce any runs off of those. You see, Gleyber had 3 hits. We had Jones and Guerrero both having multi-hit days, Ford having multi-hit days, and unfortunately, Akil wanted to have one of his colder days here today. Despite having that double that was pretty clutch, it was not enough to go ahead and move anything along and get us some hits. So I wanted to look at the lineup, see if there's anything we can do to change around to make it a little bit better. And honestly, I'm just going to switch Keith Clemens and Riley Green. Clemens has been hitting a little bit better. Ford's been hitting good, but I love him hitting at the 9 spot to lead up to the 1. And nobody really has the speed that I would look for to replace Morris Jones up there at the top of the lineup other than like Drew Jones. So we'll kind of leave everything else the same as far as the lineup and hope that we can get a little bit more offensive production the next time out. You saw a quick glance there of the breakdown, but next time we'll be going into an elimination game, so it'll be a video all in itself. So it might be quicker, it might be longer, we might show more of it. Let me know if you guys want to see, like, when I do solo videos. Now, I'll probably have pre-recorded this before you guys say anything, but go ahead and leave feedback because I want to know if I do solo game videos like that. If you guys want to see, every inning, every pitch. Of course, the commentary on that would be kind of a little bit slower because I'm not about to commentate every pitch. But you know what I'm saying? If you guys want to see every inning and outs and stuff like that, you still want a highlight style like this where I'm not showing necessarily every inning if nothing really happened in that inning, or just kind of keeping you guys on your toes with that. Because even here, I still show some innings where nothing really happens, just to kind of let you guys know that not everything I show is going to be runs and spectacular outs. Keeps you guys on your toes. So let me know what you guys would rather see, and we'll go ahead and produce those like that, because game 4 will be by itself. And if we win game 4 and go to game 5 will be by itself. And then we might actually watch too, if the other series hasn't been done, we might go watch that game too and show those highlights to see who we would eventually end up playing if we win game 5 and they haven't won yet. So that's how the breakdown of the rest of the episodes will go. Of course, if we lose, the offseason video will be the next thing to come out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. That was your boy SGG, aka the King of Games, aka SmooveGotGame. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Leave a like, comment, subscribe on your way out the door. I'm gone. Later.